Hi, I'm Dustin Abbott, and I'm here to give you my review of the new Desview T3 teleprompter. Now, about a year ago, I did a review of the Desview T2 teleprompter, and at that point, there was a lot of positive things that I took out of that, but also there were definitely some negatives, at least from my application, that I highlighted as a part of that review. Now, foundationally, we have some of the same strengths at work in the T3 that we had in the T2. However, there are some key areas where they have improved. First, the basics. The basics is that this is a teleprompter type device that is designed not to be an all-in-one unit where you need to feed some kind of video feed into it for the teleprompting, but rather it leverages existing devices that you already have. That may be a phone or a tablet. And through that process, this allows you to have a much cheaper assembly here that allows you to leverage the technology that you already have and to use it for a new purpose. This unique design allows you to film right through, as I'm doing right now. I've got the T3 mounted, and I'm actually filming through my teleprompter to my face right now. It utilizes a unique kind of glass called a splitter glass that functions kind of like a two-way mirror, in that from one side it is a mirrored reflection that you can't see through, but from the other side it is transparent, allowing the camera to film through it and to capture your face. And so it really does work, and it is thus very much more affordable than a dedicated teleprompter unit. Some of the limitations that I encountered with the T2, however, that I highlighted was, number one, above all, is that I found that it was limited to using either a phone or a small tablet, up to about an 8-inch tablet. And in my case, I didn't have something like an iPad mini. I had a 9.7-inch iPad Pro, which is what I'm still using at this point. And so I couldn't use my tablet, which means I was stuck using my phone. And for myself, I found that I just couldn't get a big enough image for the teleprompter to be useful to me unless I were wearing glasses, which I never do on camera. I have a very slight prescription and so I almost never wear the glasses, but I just couldn't quite get the text long enough or large enough to be useful at the kind of distance that I typically film at. And so as a byproduct of that, I found it limiting. I also found the app to be, somewhat glitchy, and not just glitchy, but limiting in its scope. And even though it does come with a Bluetooth remote here where you can control the teleprompting, I just didn't find it to be a great application. The good news is that as I release that review and I begin to hear from some of you about third-party solutions as it came to apps that you have used, I found that worked well for me. And so here around, I tried a few of the apps that you recommended, and I found something that works more with a voice prompting that really does, to me, solve some of those purposes. So today, I'm not going to necessarily cover all the things that I covered as a part of the T2 review. I recommend that you check that out if you want to kind of understand the process and how it all works. But I'm instead going to highlight what's been improved moving to the T3 and thus why I think it is a better option for more people than what was the T2. So the first and most major upgrade is that we now have improved hardware that allows you to use up to an 11-inch iPad or tablet, which makes a dramatic difference in my application for increasing that reading distance and allowing me to get text that is large enough that I can comfortably use it at my typical filming distances. And so that makes it much more useful. As a part of this redesign to where they have a little bit more real estate in the actual reflective surface, it also opened up to where you can use wider angle lenses. In this case, you can use up to a 24mm lens on a full frame camera without any kind of mechanical vignette. So prior to this with the T2, you were limited to basically about 40mm if you were shooting with a phone being reflected, but if you used a tablet on the T2, you basically needed to use around a 50mm lens to avoid any kind of mechanical vignetting. So in this case, you have far more flexibility as to the focal length of the lens that you can use. There's also been an upgrade to the actual splitter glass that I mentioned, and that now we have a multi-coated splitter glass that has 26 different coated layers. And so that has a couple of benefits. Number one, it increases the clarity of the screen itself and its reflectiveness. It also increases the hardness, which means that it's going to be less prone to scratching or damage. Though, as always, I recommend that you utilize this cover that comes with it at all times. It slides down more easily assembly, and it covers that up to protect it during transit or storage. I also, just on that note, I noted that when it came to sliding this cover on and off, or in actually mounting a lens, and this is the kind of plug that comes instead of, if you're not using a lens and you're just putting this to kind of plug in the back, I found that that was a really tight tolerance on the T2, at least the one that I tested. And so in this case, moving to the T3, I found that everything just kind of worked a little bit better in terms of that application. And so some improvement to maybe the hardware tolerances, mechanical tolerances, and so everything just kind of works a little bit better. Though I will say, as an ongoing negative, I did find the instructions, included instructions for assembly, clear as mud, as they say. And so that's still an area that needs some help. And so it's really not a complicated assembly process, but it's kind of trial and error because the instructions are really not all that clear. Another advantage here is that while market forces have caused the T2 to drop further in price, the T3 is actually being introduced at a price point of $119 US. And so it is, obviously it's improved in a number of ways, and that's actually a cheaper starting price than what the T2 was. So our advantage here is that you're getting more for, at least at introductory price for less money. Though the T2, if you don't need the larger screen or these improvements, can be had for even cheaper at this point. They've also added room for a little bit more accessorizing along the top of the actual teleprompter. There are now two cold shoe ports that are there that will allow you to plug in various things, maybe a microphone or something like that to further augment. You could even probably mount a monitor there if you wanted to kind of simultaneously read off a screen and then also have a monitor of your actual video capture. I mean, obviously there's options that you can put there, but they are kind of further accessorizing what you can do with it. As far as the hardware goes, everything here is plastic, and so I don't want to oversell the build quality. Nothing seems, particularly heavy duty. However, I haven't had any problems with anything breaking, nor have I had any kind of anecdotal reports from people over the last year that my review of the T2 has been out. I haven't heard any complaints from other people on that note as well. And as with the T2 in the box, you do get a lot of things, including a lot of different, basically step-up adapters that are designed to allow you to, whatever lens size that you have, you can thread onto the filter threads, and then you can get that up to this kind of standardized circular diameter that allows the actual unit to slip down onto the lens and to be mounted in that fashion. And so they go all the way down to, I believe the smallest is 49 millimeters and then work all the way up to 82 millimeters with most, common filter options covered there in between. So that's certainly a useful thing. There is a secondary adapter here that is included that would actually allow you, if you're primary filming. I'm using an expensive mirrorless camera right now, but if maybe you don't go that far and you actually want to use maybe you want to use your tablet for your teleprompting, words on it, and then you want to film with your phone, and so you've got a secondary adapter that will actually allow you to mount that up behind, and you can film with your phone through the teleprompter. So options there includes a cleaning cloth for cleaning, and then obviously this Bluetooth remote, which again, it works fine. It is really kind of cheaply made, and so it's not going to feel very quality in your hand, but it gets the job done, and so allows you to either use a thumbstick to kind of control your speed and or different buttons for accessing different things as a part of it. I have found that, and I will say this as an increased negative on this review relative to the T2, is that before I was using the Desview teleprompting app, which is a free app, by the way, but I was using it with a phone, and so it's actually designed as a phone app. I discovered in this case that it is not actually properly scaled up to an iPad-sized app, and so you have to do that kind of just scaling in the iPad, which means that it doesn't really fill the screen appropriately, and neither does it really give you appropriate resolution. And so the app has a very low rating, and it's certainly, I think, the weak point of this package overall. And so I would recommend that you explore maybe some other options for actually displaying what you need to do. And they also give you some more flexibility often in terms of importing whatever it is that you need to present. But those negatives aside, this is a package that already felt like the T2 worked quite well. And you can see that it did. For example, on Amazon, the ratings are really quite high, around 4.7 or 4.8, I believe, out of 5 stars. And so generally people have been quite pleased with the T2, and I really think that the T3 helps to solve some of the problems that existed with the T2 and remains a really strong value. And so it's not a perfect system. Not everything here is, high end or perfectly executed. The app definitely needs some work. And so you may have some additional expense in purchasing a more professional presenting app. But at the end of the day, I don't know of a cheaper or better solution to get a teleprompter on a budget. And so certainly if that's what you're looking for something that's, lightweight and portable, this certainly is a great option for you. If you look in the description down below, you can find my linkage there to going out to purchase one, and of course also the typical kind of links to follow me on social media, become a patron, purchase merchandise, sign up for my newsletter, and of course if you haven't already, please click that subscribe button right here on YouTube, and of course ring that bell so you get notification when new content drops. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and let the light in.